Hi, today I'm going to show you how to get started with PowerShell Universal Dashboard. PowerShell Universal Dashboard is just a PowerShell module that you install from the PowerShell Gallery. You can use install module to actually install the Universal Dashboard. In this case, I'm going to install it to the current user scope and just put the force parameter so it doesn't ask me for confirmation. It's going to download the module, install it into my documents folder, and then we'll be able to start creating our first dashboard. Universal Dashboard is cross-platform and works on PowerShell version 5 and PowerShell version 6 for both Windows and Linux and Mac OS X. You can also run PowerShell Universal Dashboard on Raspberry Pi and Windows IoT. So now that we have PowerShell Universal Dashboard installed, what we can do is we can actually start a new dashboard. If you use the start UD dashboard command, you can specify a port to run your web server on. Without any parameters, when we start the Universal Dashboard, it will actually start up a demo dashboard that has all kinds of documentation about Universal Dashboard controls. So what we can do is start process, go to localhost, and navigate to the dashboard that we just started. So here you can see that this is the demo dashboard for PowerShell Universal Dashboard. It gives you information about where you can find the module, scripts that created this particular dashboard. It gives you some examples of some charts. And then it also gives you all the documentation for all the different controls you can create. For example, you can create buttons that do things like on-click events or creating charts to show different types of data. You can also do things such as inputs. So if I wanted to echo some text, I could just type it in here. So let's actually create our own dashboard. So when a dashboard is running, you can actually use get UD dashboard to see that running dashboard. Get UD dashboard only returns dashboards that are currently running in this process. So if you had two different PowerShell consoles running, you wouldn't see both of these dashboards in either of those. To stop a dashboard, you can actually use get UD dashboard and pipe it to stop UD dashboard. You no longer have a dashboard running after you use stop UD dashboard. So let's create our own dashboard. To do this, let's define a variable dashboard and use new UD dashboard. New UD dashboard has some mandatory parameters, such as the title. So let's just create a hello world dashboard. The other parameter we're going to specify is content. In this case, we'll create an empty dashboard. Rather than starting the dashboard without the default dashboard, let's start our dashboard. So again, we'll use start UD dashboard, specify a port, and then in this case, we're going to specify the dashboard variable that we want to start. So now when I start the dashboard, you can see that we're running. And if I navigate to that dashboard, now we have an empty dashboard that specifies hello world, just like our title. Let's customize this dashboard a little bit. Inside our content, we're actually going to use another UD control and create a heading. A heading is just text that you can change the size of, good for labels and that kind of thing. So we'll just say hello world. In the HTML world, headings are specified 1 through 5, or 1 through 6, and 1 being the largest size. So let's create the largest size heading we can. So now when we start our dashboard, maybe I need to start that dashboard first. Now when we start our dashboard, you'll see that we have a heading inside the content of our dashboard. So that's kind of how you get started with Universal Dashboard. Like I showed in the beginning, there's tons of controls that you can work with. This will just get you installed, up and running your first dashboard.